Today's story is about a routine flight that became anything but routine. It involves a young pilot, a stretch of water at dusk, and a final radio conversation that is genuinely one of the strangest, most unsettling transmissions in aviation history. What happened out there remains officially unsolved, leaving plenty of room for speculation about lights in the sky. It's October 21st, 1978, down in Australia. A 20-year-old pilot is flying a single-engine Cessna 182 Skylane. He's relatively inexperienced, with about 150 hours of flying time, but he's keen, working towards getting his commercial license. This particular flight is pretty straightforward. He took off from Moorabbin Airport near Melbourne, heading south over the Bass Strait towards King Island, about 150 miles away. It's partly a training flight, partly just building hours, maybe picking up some friends or cargo on the island. As he flies south, the sun is setting. He's over the water, that stretch of sea separating mainland Australia from Tasmania. Around 7:06 p.m. local time, he radios Melbourne Air Traffic Control. Everything seems normal at first, just routine position reporting. But then, the pilot asks ATC a strange question. Is there any known aircraft traffic below 5,000 feet in his vicinity? The air traffic controller, a guy named Steve Roby, checks his radar. Nope. Nothing showing up anywhere near the pilot's position. He radios this back to the Cessna. The pilot confirms he doesn't see anything on his level either. Then, he says something odd. It seems to me that there is a large aircraft below 5,000. ATC is puzzled, but confirms again. No large aircraft are scheduled or showing up in that area. The pilot pauses for a moment, then his transmission becomes more urgent. He reports seeing an aircraft, maybe about 4,000 feet directly ahead of him. He describes seeing what appear to be 4 bright lights on it, like landing lights. He says it passed over him at high speed, maybe 1,000 feet above. ATC is still seeing nothing. They ask him to confirm the type of aircraft. The pilot says he can't identify it. Then, he reports it's approaching him again, from the east this time. He says it seems to be orbiting above him. He describes the shape as long, but he can't make out more detail because of the speed. The situation's getting weirder. ATC is trying to make sense of it, suggesting maybe it's military aircraft, but confirms again there's nothing scheduled there. Now, the pilot sounds genuinely bewildered. He says the object isn't just orbiting, it seems to be playing some kind of game with him, flying over him multiple times. He mentions it has a green light and describes its exterior as metallic, like it's shiny on the outside. All the while, ATC keeps repeating, they have no radar contact, no known traffic. Then things take an even more alarming turn. The pilot radios in, his voice strained, saying the object is hovering right on top of him. And then he utters that famous chilling line, "It's hovering, and it's not an aircraft." Silence for a few seconds. A TC tries to get him to describe it further. What is he seeing? But the pilot doesn't answer that directly. Instead, he reports that his engine is starting to act up. Rough idling, coughing. Is it related to the object hovering nearby? He doesn't know. A TC asks his intentions. He replies he's still heading for King Island. That's his plan. Those are his last clear words. What follows on the radio frequency, transmitted from his plane, is about 17 seconds of strange, harsh, metallic noise. It's been described as scraping sounds, banging, maybe metal twisting or grinding. It's not static. It's not the sound of a normal engine failure. It's just bizarre, unpleasant noise. And then silence. Absolute silence. The transmission cuts off mid-sound. ATC tries repeatedly to re-establish contact. Delta Sierra Juliet, Melbourne. Nothing. Just empty airwaves. The Cessna 182 and its young pilot have vanished. Search and rescue efforts were launched immediately. Aircraft and boats combed the Bass Strait area where the pilot's last known position was estimated. They searched for days. They found absolutely nothing. No wreckage, no emergency beacon signals, no life raft, no trace of the plane or the young man flying it. An oil slick was spotted later, but analysis showed it wasn't consistent with aviation fuel. He had simply vanished off the face of the Earth after that final, disturbing transmission. The official investigation by the Department of Transport concluded that the reason for the disappearance could not be determined. They left it open. Theories abound, of course. Some suggest the pilot became disoriented in the dusk conditions, maybe experienced vertigo, saw his own lights reflected off the water, and flew the plane into the sea while confused. Others propose conventional explanations for the lights he saw, perhaps planets, meteors, or other aircraft he misidentified. There are darker theories too, involving staged disappearance or even taking his own life, though his family strongly refutes these, saying he was happy and looking forward to reaching King Island. But the theory that captured the public imagination, fueled by those final cryptic words, "It's not an aircraft," and the strange metallic sounds, was contact with something otherworldly, a UFO encounter that ended tragically. It's worth noting the pilot apparently had a documented interest in UFOs, although that doesn't prove anything. What remains are the official transcript, the bizarre final sounds, and the complete lack of physical evidence. The young pilot who took off on that routine flight towards King Island on October 21st, 1978, and vanished after reporting a strange craft hovering above him, was 20-year-old Frederick Valentich. His disappearance remains one of Australia's most baffling aviation mysteries. Was it pilot error? A mundane explanation obscured by a panicked radio call? Or did Frederick Valentich encounter something truly extraordinary, something not of this earth, in the skies over Bass Strait that evening? We simply don't know. What do you think happened to Frederick Valentich? Pilot disorientation, a secret military craft, or something else entirely? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you found this mystery compelling, please hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the strange, dark, and mysterious. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.